learners, hope you are doing well. I'll urge you all to take good care of yourself because COVID-19 is real. Observe the safety protocols so that you all stay safe. We need you back to school. Good.
Here are some important tips to fight COVID-19, the pandemic. Wash the hands frequently with soap or sanitizer. Soap is an effective weapon to wash away the viruses and bacteria. Avoid unnecessary touching of eyes, nose, and mouth. Use your elbow to cover while sneezing or coughing. Wear a mask if you need to go out for any urgent work to protect yourself, and avoid close contact with people who are unwell. The minimum safe distance is 1 meter or 3 feet. Stay at home if you begin to feel unwell. Most importantly, don't self-medicate. Call your doctor and seek early medical help if you have persistent fever, cough, and difficulty in breathing. Don't worry, not all fever and cough are related to coronavirus. Let the healthcare provider diagnose it and follow the advice given by the doctor. Avoid handshake. Instead, greet people by folded hands and say namaste. Lastly, do not panic. Stay at home and keep social distance. Avoid going out in public. Let's fight this pandemic together. Stay safe.
Today, the aspect for our lesson is composition. But before that, let us revise on our previous lesson. In our previous lesson, we learned about report writing. And we said a report is a spoken or written account of events, activities, or experiences. And we said a reporter reports what he does, hears, or sees. We also said that there is a written report or oral or verbal report. We also learned about events that can be reported. And we said we have sporting events, field trip, excursion, fights, and theft. We also learned about features of report writing. And we said a report has a heading, body, conclusion, name of the writer, and the signature. Good. Let us move on to today's lesson. But before that, let's observe this picture carefully. Good. Which or hot picture is this? Good. Newspaper. What are some of the things that can be published in the newspaper? What are some of the things that can be published in a newspaper? Good. We have stories, events, accidents, articles, speeches, and news. All these activities can be published in a newspaper. We move to today's lesson. Today we are going to learn about articles, how to write article to be published in a newspaper like what we just saw. What is an article? An article is a piece of writing on a particular subject that is published in a magazine, newspaper, or other journals. So article is a piece of writing on a particular subject or theme which can be published in a magazine, whether a school magazine or a community-based magazine or a newspaper and other journals. Good. Let us look at where articles can be published. Let us look at where articles can be published. We can publish articles in a school magazine. For example, Divine Providence School Annex. We can publish an article in our school magazine. Our next one is local paper, local newspaper. So an article can be published in a local newspaper, Then we also have national newspaper. So an article can be published in a national newspaper. In Ghana, we have the Daily Graphic, the Daily Guide, Ghanaian Times, and the Chronicles, and many others. Good, so this is an example of a national newspaper for Roman Catholic Church. Good. Then we have international newspaper. For example, we have the Voice of America, we have African Sport, and African Heritage. These are some of the examples of international newspaper which articles can be published. Let us move on to the features of articles for publication. 1. We have heading, or we have the title. Good. The title is usually written in capital letters and underlined. So you write the title in capital letters, then you underline. The title is the brief summary of the whole article. Then we have the body. The body of the article is the message you want to put across. It is well arranged in paragraph, and each paragraph states clearly a point you want to write about. And the body is introduced and also concluded. After that, we have the name, the address, and the position of the writer. So it is written at the right side of the paper after the article. So the name of the writer, the position, and the address. Good. Let us look at a layout of an article for publication. So we have the heading. Example, we have 3 problems facing Ghana, well underlined. Then we have the body of the article. Again, we have the name as Felicity Bako, and we have position as school prefect. Then the address of the writer is Divine Providence School. So this is the layout of an article. So when you are writing an article to be published in a graphic or in a newspaper, in a school magazine, you should follow this pattern. Good. Let us move on. What have you learned for the day? Good. We've learned about an article. And we said an article is a piece of writing on a particular subject that is published in a magazine, a newspaper, and other journals. We also learned about where articles can be published. We have school magazines, we have local newspaper, we have national newspaper. We gave examples like the Ghanaian Times, the Daily Graphic, and the Daily Guide. Then we also made mention of international newspaper. We gave examples as the African Heritage and African Sport. We also learned about the features of articles for publication. We have the title or the heading, the body, and we also have the name, position, and address of the writer. Good. Let us take our assignment for the day. Our assignment for the day is write an article for publication in your school magazine discussing 3 problems faced by your school. Write an article for publication in your school magazine discussing 3 problems faced by your school. Good. So this ends our lesson. I'll urge you all to take good care of yourself till we meet again. Bye-bye.